brew day, old school brew day, using the gravity system. And a freshly painted John Deere green stand. Harvest Ale, Kvieking. Gonna ferment it out in the garage. Oh baby, shall be good. So what I'm doing is a Kvieking Harvest Ale, 5-gallon batch, using nothing but homegrown hops. Marvel blend. This is my Saison. Super simple grist, 12 pounds of 2-row, and a pound of carapils. So she should be pale. There's 2 ounces of hops in the mash, and then there'll be an ounce for bittering, and there'll be an ounce for flavoring, and then there'll be a couple ounces for aroma and stuff. And then we're going to ferment that bad boy out in here. There's straight out of the oats. We're pulling the hops. I pulled them the other day. I don't like, I'll be honest, I do not really care for the vegetal flavor profile that, where are we at here, 142, 44. That fresh hops put into a beer. Just not a fan. So these have been drying for about 3 days. Plenty. Still fresh. Doesn't get any better than that. Good looking hops right there. I've already got some measured out there, ready to go. So let's get into the brew day, shall we? I'm already mashing, so I'm just kind of screwing around. So one of the cool things about using this system is mash tun's clean. It's just sitting over there drying right now. Boom, right there. So over half of my cleanup is done. The HLT is drying right behind MM and any of the other pieces. And we got the boil going. There was an ounce of Marvel blend in first wort, 2 ounces for 60 minutes, then ounce for 30, ounce for 15, ounce for flame out, ounce for whirlpool. So this ought to be a good one. Woo, there we go. So this right here is just a touch over 2 ounces. That'll go in flame out. And right now, I think this is a total of 10 ounces of homegrown hops in this one 5-gallon batch. It smells fantastic, it really does. So we are sanitizing the Jaded Hydra. I am, in case you didn't know, I'm a Jaded fan. There is not a better chiller on the market. There's just not. I've actually built my 3-vessel system around the Jaded chiller. So yeah, there's that. Soon to chill. I'd call that 1060. There she sits. Yeast pitched. We're going to hook up the old Inkbird, and we're going to throw the heat tape on her too, just to make sure she stays hot. So I expect this to be a mess. All right, She's all tucked away, heat belt hooked up. Inkbird is showing 81 degrees. We got the heat on at 87. So, yeah. We're going to see how this bad boy goes. All right, so everything's cleaned up. Cart's sitting there. Stuff is drying back there. It'll all be put away nice. Celebratory beer time. So my original gravity on this is 1060. Very respectable. Very happy, actually. The sample tasted great. So, should turn out pretty good. We got the old Kvieking with the heat tape on. So we'll see how that does. We've already got positive pressure right there. But that don't really mean anything this early in the game. So, we'll check back tomorrow. We'll go out here and see what we got going on with the fermenter. It's been a couple hours. Yeah. I would say we have active fermentation. Our temperature, I have it set for 87, but we're at 83 currently. So I came out to grab a beer out of the fridge. We're watching videos. School bus videos. Navigation nowhere. If you're into school bus builds or whatever, look up Navigation Nowhere. Shout out to them. So, yeah. We've got fermentation going on. It's only been 2 hours or so since I pitched the yeast. Rock and roll. So it is 8 a.m. the next day. And the garage smells of fermentation. Looky there. Currently 91.9 degrees with a set point of 87. Look at it rip through that beer. Wow. That's the craziest fermentation I've ever seen. It is ripping through there. So the actual temperature is 93.9 with a set point of 87. Drop the sweatshirt on it. It's ripping. It is ripping through there. The funny thing is, this thing is warm to the touch. I mean, the Krausen's already starting to drop. I think it's starting to slow down a little bit now. It's starting to slow down quite a bit right now. I mean, it's not ripping near as much as it was. But I want to say that this is going to be pretty much done like 36 hours. Because we're about 24 hours in right now. And let me tell you, she really has been ripping. I've been checking it out all day. So, kind of nerve-wracking, but not really. Because this will be the second time that I heated up a Kvieking. And every time that I did a Kvieking before this, I didn't like them. But I didn't heat them up. This is heated up. So, should be pretty good. So, yeah. It's a pretty eventful brew weekend. I have brew footage, I think, for another day. Actually, it's been a eventful brew weekend, this Labor Day weekend. I brewed this on Sunday, and I brewed a double batch of a pale ale down in the brew house today, Monday. So should have some good beers coming up here in the near future. This is S.J. Poor, Little Face Brewing. Enjoy the fruits you labor, folks. Brew beer. Brew wonderful beer. Cheers.